Jelly Roll recently made a shocking appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. He told an emotional true story about his mom, and you won't believe what his mom went through when Jelly Roll was growing up. Jelly Roll appeared on Joe's podcast to talk about his new album, Wisset Chapel. But he also talked about growing up in Nashville. Jelly Roll has always been honest about the trouble he got into as a young man and all the way through his 20s. He had become a repeat juvenile offender by the time he reached his teenage years. And Jelly Roll was in and out of prison for much of his younger life. He got charged with serious offenses like aggravated robbery and possession of illegal substances. But Jelly Roll has never blamed his mother for his bad behavior. Shockingly, he has confessed that his mom sometimes helped him hide from the cops when he got in trouble. One time, Jelly Roll apparently woke his sleeping mom up in her room. He said it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and he said that he was on the run from the police. And you won't believe what his mom did. She took Jelly Roll outside and she hid him under the house. Then she sat at the kitchen table. She stayed calm as the police tore the house apart looking for Jelly Roll. You might not believe where Jelly Roll got his stage name either. Jelly Roll has admitted that his mom came up with the nickname. He was a chubby kid, and his mom called him Jelly Roll because it sounded adorable. He got emotional talking with Joe about the hard times his mom went through. Jelly Roll's mom suffered from serious mental health issues. She was also dependent on substances. In the 1980s, mental health wasn't talked about or dealt with like it's starting to be now. And Jelly Roll has painful and vivid memories of how his mom had to deal with her problems. Jelly Roll said it got so bad for his mom, she would not and could not even leave her bedroom. Just explaining that to Joe made Jelly Roll choke up, and he even had to wipe the tears from his eyes. Then he told Joe something unbelievable. Jelly Roll explained the only thing during that terrible time that would actually help his mom. He said his mom kept an old vinyl record player in the kitchen, and when she found the strength inside of her to get out of bed and leave her room, Jelly Roll said his mom went into the kitchen and she would put a vinyl record on the old record player. Then she would sit at the kitchen table, light a smoke, and she would wait. Jelly Roll explained something shocking to Joe. Whenever his mom put on music, he said it felt like the whole house changed. Jelly Roll grew up in a tough and poor neighborhood in East Nashville, but at least he was surrounded by cousins, aunts, and uncles that were close to him and his mom. Jelly Roll was convinced that the music brought everyone together. They would come into the house when they heard the music playing. Shockingly, Jelly Roll's mom would start telling stories. He said that his mom knew unbelievable facts about the songs she played and the people who sang them. Because there wasn't an internet to look things up or Siri to ask, Jelly Roll said that everyone just believed what his mom said. He told Joe it was like his humble kitchen turned into a nightclub. He felt proud of his mom for holding court. Jelly Roll understood some of the shocking facts that his mom knew about the songs she played. She would play a James Taylor song called Fire and Rain, and Jelly Roll's mom told everyone that that song was written about Jane's mom who battled substance dependency. Even though Jelly Roll was too young to understand what his mom was going through, he never forgot how his mom changed when she played the music. That's the personal reason Jelly Roll had for getting into music. Apparently, when he writes songs, he always thinks about his mom. But as he's gotten famous, Jelly Roll realized how his songs help other addicted and broken people too. And shockingly, Jelly Roll has also been brave in revealing his own mental health struggles. You won't believe what he revealed during an appearance on Katie and Company. It even sounds a little bit like what his mom went through. Jelly Roll told Katie Neal about one time that he woke up, but for some reason he did not want to get out of bed. Jelly Roll said it felt like a cloud was over his head, and the blanket covering him felt too heavy to lift. For Jelly Roll, that triggered a downward spiral. His anxiety would set in, and it got bad. Jelly Roll started to experience physical symptoms like high blood pressure. And even though Jelly Roll's mom went through similar issues, his parents did not know how to handle Jelly Roll's mental health struggles when he was younger. They often told him to just brush it off. Now, Jelly Roll realizes how toxic that is for a kid, and he's passionate about talking about mental health issues. He wants to help people through his words and his music, so nobody feels like he and his mom did when he was growing up. When Jelly Roll was born, his parents were still together. It's crazy to hear Jelly Roll describe how different his parents were. His dad sold meat, but he had a shocking part-time job too. Jelly Roll's dad was a bookie on the side. Although that sounds sketchy, Jelly Roll said that his dad was the straight-laced one in the family. His dad came from a more family-friendly area of South Nashville. Jelly Roll remembers his dad always wearing a suit and tie to his day job. While Jelly Roll's mom was from the wrong side of the tracks, she was from the rougher area of East Nashville. Jelly Roll's dad met his mom in a bar. She was a smoker with tattoos. When Jelly Roll was a kid, the family moved to Antioch. And when Jelly Roll described how his neighborhood changed when he was growing up, it's so sad to hear. When they moved there, Antioch was considered the place to be outside of Nashville. Jelly Roll remembered being near the fairgrounds where lots of cool stuff happened, but gradually Antioch went downhill. Jelly Roll said his hometown went from being the American dream to one of the worst places in Tennessee. There was a neighborhood gang on every corner, and so many violent criminals. Although living in Antioch taught Jelly Roll an important lesson. Because there are so many races of people living in one area, racism was never an issue for Jelly Roll. His area was predominantly black, and Jelly Roll had many friends of different races. His mom and dad divorced more than 2 decades ago, and their split affected Jelly Roll more than he realized at the time. He was around 14 then, and when Jelly Roll looked back on that sad time later, he was shocked to put 2 and 2 together. The first time Jelly Roll got sent to juvenile detention was right after his parents got divorced. Jelly Roll loved his dad, and he called him his best friend. Sadly, his dad passed away in 2019. After the divorce, Jelly Roll's mom never had a home of her own. In October 2019, he posted a surprising message on Facebook. He said that he'd been proud to get his mother her own apartment a couple of years earlier, but apparently that wasn't good enough for Jelly Roll. His Facebook message mentioned a promise he made to his mom. He told her he'd buy her a house one day. And Jelly Roll's message was all about doing that for his mom. While his mom loves her house, she had to move out recently for a shocking reason. Late last year, Jelly Roll's mom broke her ankle. It was so bad she had to relocate to a nursing home while she healed. Jelly Roll's mom was disappointed to miss out on his concert in Nashville, so he did something else amazing. He played a private concert at the nursing home just for his mom. Jelly Roll might have had a hard and troubled childhood, but he definitely made it right. And just like his mom did, Jelly Roll is now healing people with his music. But anyways, what do you guys think about all this? Did you know about Jelly Roll's childhood before? Have you seen the Facebook message that Jelly Roll dedicated to his mom?